Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Breaking down Ricky Simón versus Song Yadong fight card. But we'll start with the main event first. Song Yadong, his game plan for Ricky Simón was absolutely incredible. Stay patient, don't overswing, which he's typically pretty good about not overcommitting, but just use beautiful boxing, let Ricky come to him while still pressuring him. Unbelievable. Ricky Simón just literally it's like he knew how powerful Song Yadong was. I thought as the fight went on, it now being a 5-round fight, I thought it would be we would see the tide shift a little bit, going to like end of the third, fourth, fifth. It would kind of turn, even if Ricky didn't get a finish. I thought he would start edging out. And that just never happened. Song Yadong looked absolutely incredible. His boxing was great. His movement was great. The ability to find himself always in good positions was really, really awesome. And honestly, I think one of the biggest things is Ricky Simón, like, where do you really go from here? Because he's really, really good against guys that aren't great strikers. Okay wrestlers, he fights those guys really well. Now, we've watched him fight Rob Font. He had a lot of issues with Rob Font. You thought that, we've seen him against Rob Font, and he's had these exact issues. Not really being able to put his takedowns together the way you would think he typically would. Because, again, when he fights decent strikers, he's able to mix in better. Like when he fought Rafael Sensao, he was a guy that is known to be a grappler, an older version of Ricky Simón. He finishes him, and there's been these fights where if they're not powerful, terribly powerful guys or with elite striking, Ricky Simón has a lot of success. I mean, we've seen it time and time and time again. I was expecting Song Yadong to look really, really good early and start to fade, and that's where we would see Ricky Simón push the pace on him, and he just didn't look good tonight. And I think a lot of that is because how good Song Yadong, was tonight. There was a clash of heads a couple of times, which was really unfortunate. He did drop him right after the clash of heads, split his guard over the top right on the ear against the cage. I want to say the third round, maybe the second round. And then drops him literally 2 seconds left in the fourth round, and then finishes him in the fifth round. This is a really, really hard loss for Ricky Simón because, where do you really go? Because we kind of know what your weakness is. We kind of know where you have trouble at. So let me know down in the comment section, where does he go from here? Did you expect that game plan from him? Were you expecting a little bit more? What were your expectations? And what did you like the main event? All these things. And then the last one I think we're going to talk about is the Caio Borralho versus Michael Olenchashik. I think that's how you say that. Michael Mikhail. I think it's Mikhail, whatever. Michael, he fought exactly how I thought he was going to in the first round. I thought he was hitting him. He was catching him every single time, stuffing his takedowns. And as that first round went on, you had seen him starting to fade a little bit more and a little bit more and a little bit more and a little bit more, and that's something that you can't really do with a guy that is constantly going to be looking for that. And we had seen him still stuff a little bit later, stuff takedowns and do fine, but as soon as he got to the ground and as soon as he got his back at the end of the first, I want to say, you knew it was, he's starting to slip up a little bit. He's starting to get a little tired, you could tell. But his combinations look good. He was tagging him a little bit on the feet. Again, he fought exactly how I thought he was going to. He just faded a lot earlier than I thought he was gonna, to be honest, because this was a big, big fight for him. But as always, guys, subscribe to the channel if you are new here. Let me know what you guys thought about this card. I thought it was pretty good overall, to be honest. Picks weren't great, but they were kind of weird fights, to be honest. I mean, you had Jamie Lynn Horth defeating Haley Cohen. Haley Cohen didn't really look that good, but it was a close fight. They did Marcus McGee and first Journey Newsome. I picked Marcus McGee to win that. I just didn't expect Newsome to. I expected him to fade later on. And then Yarena Alikisa, who missed weight by 4 pounds, 5 pounds against Stephanie Egger. I thought Stephanie Egger, I don't really understand really what she was trying to do. She was in good defense, and then she just started to roll and got her knee ripped apart, basically. Weird fight. Weird fight. And then Cody Durden versus Charles Johnson. I had Charles Johnson. I thought Charles Johnson's cardio and his movement would cause Durden a lot of issues. Nope. As soon as Durden got a hold of him, he never let him go. Very impressive victory right there for Cody Durden. And then Martin Buday for Jake Collier. Jake Collier fought really well in this fight, and he comes up short once again in the scorecards. I thought he fought well. I thought Martin Buday started to fight well, better closer to the end of the fight, but I thought Jake Collier fought well in this one. And then Trey Waters versus Josh Quinlan. I expected Josh Quinlan to fight a little bit better on the inside. He really didn't have answers to cover that distance and the range of Trey Waters. But I expected Josh Quinlan to be able to fight better inside and not try to play the game of I'm gonna swing one. I expected more combinations. He just did not fight very well. Trey Waters fought very well. There was still some little bit of holes you would see with the leg kicks and stuff being available, just how he fights. But he's only had 9 fights, so look for some improvement for sure from Trey Waters. And then Marcus Rodrigo de Lima, Waldo Cortez Acosta. I thought Acosta's power and his speed later in the fight was gonna be detriment to him, to be honest. I thought it was going to be really important. And Marcus, again, he surprised me. Another one of those fights where I was counting him out, wasn't thinking he was going to do very well, and he did very well. And then this one really hurts. Julian Erosa versus Fernando Padilla. I do think it was a little bit of an early stoppage, but you can't fall twice like Erosa did. When he got hit, you can't fall twice and expect the ref not to step in and stop the fight. So I really am a big fan of Julian Erosa, and this is a big loss. Even though there is some controversy in that, I don't think he'll be cut, but I really want to see Julian Erosa get back on the winning track. He's always so much fun. He's always in crazy fights, and I'm a big Juicy J fan. And then you got Rodolfo Vieira versus Cody Brundage. This one is one of the more impressive fights on this card to me, just simply because of Rodolfo getting almost 10-8'd, I would say probably, in that first round. Comes back and accepts a guillotine from Brundage just to switch positions in the guard, a half guard, grab the arm triangle, and then just squeeze Cody Brundage and get a win. Very good corner advice, honestly, from Cody Brundage. He just did not follow what they were telling him today. And Rodolfo Vieira fought well in that second round. It's definitely some things he needs to fix. Again, he knows this, but yeah. As always, guys, you know what it is. Subscribe to the channel on the road to 1,000 subscribers. Like, comment, you know what it is. Let's talk about it. Peace.